This is Red Moon Roleplaying.
It's January 27th, 2025. It's late afternoon, and you are on a catamaran ferry skimming across the Pacific Ocean at 85 kilometers an hour. It's sunny and 30 degrees, but fortunately the inside of the luxurious ship is nice and air-conditioned. A live band plays music as the well-dressed guests are mingling and enjoying complimentary glasses of champagne. This is a distinctly elite clientele. You're surrounded by tech bros, influencers, and lobbyists. Imagine a ship filled with the worst people that you might see flashing by in your LinkedIn feed. Bronzed 1%ers in Balenciaga, Fendi, and Valentino with Ozempic faces and Botoxed foreheads who are exchanging platitudes about entrepreneurship, a bias for action, and the Sigma grind set. Swapping stories about that epic time they talked crypto and AI with Elon, Rogan, or Logan Paul. All the while the world they set on fire is burning all around them. If this ship went to the bottom of the sea, the world would undoubtedly be a better place. But unfortunately, you two are on this ship, headed to the ultra-exclusive Kurdon resort off the coast of the Philippines. You're here because you both received written, shall we say, invitations? Or perhaps more accurately, threats, asking you to come here for an all-expenses-paid 7-day stay, lest your secret would be revealed. You would find out more when you got there, but the point was that they had proof. And the letter contained stills that showed that they somehow had video of that night. The night when your friends were killed, when you ran away. Now, given that the truth of the actual murderer is, well, it's an impossibility, of course. It can't be. The police would probably look to you, rather than whatever stories you would tell. Stories that would be real, but no one would believe them, right? They would find it very easy to pin these murders on you. Perhaps more importantly, the inviter has scribbled what looks like a pair of manacles on the letter. Could this be the item that you need to free yourself of the curse you are currently under? There's only one way to find out. And you can't keep running. You have done so for a while now. Virgil, can you describe yourself and... well, what do you actually remember happening that night?
I am an occultist. That's what be the closest thing to call me. That's what I've been looking into. Ever since college, I just got into... First, there's a kind of thing where you're finding things that you think be cool, like old stories, what people have been doing throughout the ages, wanting it to be real. And then something told me that it was, as I've been getting into more and more of what's supposed to be the real stuff, the actual authors that you can't find out there, and the rituals, the idea of inscriptions. And then, well, the big thing was to prove for my friends that it was real. Because it was, I could see it, like some of the things that I cooked up in my room and made happen, that was contact, that was something else, coming through, trying to break through. And it all kind of culminated back then, when I had them. When I had those damn manacles, supposedly belonging to... well, I knew that who they were belonging to. This serial killer, Peltier. And I was gonna show to my friends that this is what that really... This is how it happens. This is how it's real. I'm gonna summon this guy's spirit during Halloween. I mean, what could be better? I was so excited. I was excited to even have friends that wanted to do this with me, you know. And as I got my hands on these handcuffs that Peltier supposedly used when he was killing his own victims, we got into a factory, a place where where he did it. The right place with an item. It was crazy ambitious, and I was so excited. We were lighting all the candles. I was, I was inexperienced. I tried to do things that was over my head, but something told me that it was just gonna work. Then as the candles blew out, and the screams started, that's when I knew it all gotten wrong. They knew it was real, all right. More real than any of us could handle. I'm sitting here now. I'm wearing a purple leather coat. My hair is thinning way too early. I'm just 25, fuck's sake. And I'm wearing my talismans, rings, some for protection, other to focus my power. I've got power. Things that let me see what other people can't. Things that will help me perform my rituals. Some things are material, others are tattoos, rituals, scars that now decorating my body. To them, they must be thinking I look like some kind of clown or a rock star, and they're probably all trying to figure out what it is that I'm doing here. I am on the edge of greatness. Something truly great, but whatever happened back then and the things that have been going on now, well, my head is full of questions, and my eyes are darting from one place to the next. Who's paying us to be here? Why are we doing this? Out of all the things you could put forward as a way to blackmail me into basically whatever, they're paying thousands upon thousands of dollars for me to be on a luxury trip for a week. What is going to happen here? Something really bad. Are all these rich people, these tech bros, whatever they are, politicians, old money, world people, are they some kind of cult? Are they wanting to do something weird? I try to sit back. I'm having nothing but non-alcoholic beverages, feeling like I'm waiting for a bomb to explode.
And you're getting closer and closer to the resort island. With you is your friend, Edmund. Same for you, Edmund. Can you describe yourself and perhaps what made you take up this offer instead of, I don't know, trying to go underground, run away? Why are you choosing to confront this?
I'm Edmund Wainwright. I'm a youngish man about the same age as Virgil, actually. Dark brown hair, slightly sunken eyes. I'm always quite tired these days, on account of a lot of late nights. And it's a good question, why am I here? Well, I suppose the answer is because at the end of the day, we need to undo what we did. I mean, I didn't do it. Virgil did it. But I was there, and, I encouraged him. I always did, because Virgil is a clever guy. He knows things. He can see things, and... okay, I admit I used to think some of it was just a bit of harmless fun, and nothing serious, and then it turned out, actually... No, Virgil was right all along. You really can do stuff if you know what to do. But it all went really wrong. Really, really, really badly wrong, and... the police would never believed anything, so of course we ran away. What could we have done? Even he doesn't apparently know how to bring the dead back to life. I don't even know that's a thing. Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. But all I know is on that time we had to go. And we tried to move on, we tried to forget it, but then... Well, then it started to happen again. I mean, I don't know if it was... I'm rambling a little. You see, about 6 months ago, in the papers there started to be these, killings. People were dying. And it's funny because they were dying really similar to the person we tried to summon. Because it wasn't just no old lady we were trying to summon. No, Virgil had this amazing idea of like, I've got these handcuffs. They were the last handcuffs worn by this guy called Andre Peltier, a real nasty serial killer. What a perfect guy to summon on Halloween, right? It all seemed so cool, and then it wasn't. Because I think we actually did. And it seems funny that the police are now looking for a copycat killer. Oh, I should probably mention, why do I know about the police? Well, I'm a security investigator. A detective, but no, I don't go looking for missing cats, and no, I don't actually help folks out. No, I come from some money. Not a lot of money. Not like any of these people here, all these leeches. Oh, Mommy and Daddy gave them everything. Mommy and Daddy didn't give me nothing. They had to work for their money, and I just about got into prep school, and... okay, I make some money now, but I earn that money. I make that money. I do... I help people like this out. You know, they're all so concerned about someone hacking their computer or stealing their crown jewels, and I know how thieves work. I did a little bit myself when I was a kid, and not anymore. You know, not anymore. It was fun, you know. Sometimes it's fun to see if you can take something that someone else is all, oh, it's super... I don't rob old ladies. I take, you know, valuable shit, like, all these guys have 10 watches. They're not going to miss another 2. But anyway, that was when I was a kid. Now I give them investigative advice. And they pay me. They pay me to check their things. So I know a little bit about how crime works. And so I follow the news. I listen to police reports. I've worked with the police. They're, you know, they're okay sometimes, I guess. Anyway, yeah. These copycat killings. No, I think we summoned something bad and it's still out there. And so why am I here? Well, these people, they know about it, clearly. They may even have the thing, the handcuffs, right? That's what they gave us in that picture. And Virgil kept saying, like, you can't undo it without, you need the, some sort of spiritual connection. And without it, you can't do shit. Or he couldn't do shit. Maybe, you know, again, it's been tough on him. We haven't spoken that much over the last 6 months. He's crashed on my couch a few times. I've lent him some money because he's been struggling. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I keep trying to tell him it wasn't his fault, but it's hard because in some ways it was his fault. But we share the blame. I share the blame. Alcohol helps. I'll think about it. I wonder if I'll get a glass of champagne in a minute. It could be a good idea. What's important is that, yeah, these people... Oh, it's totally blackmail. They want us to do something for them. That's how it works. All these rich people they're vying over this must be some real big thing. I think they want Virgil to try and do some sort of summoning or something occult-like to show off to their friends. But if they've got this thing, we need it. We need it to stop it, to get on with our lives. So I had a word with Virgil, and well, that's why we're here. We've agreed. We're gonna go, but I'm telling him, keep an eye open. And all these phonies, don't trust any of them. That's what I've been telling him. That. And as I'm thinking all that in my head, maybe that's when I try and get one of those glasses of champagne.
Yes, please roll for drug addict alcohol.
I have it totally under control. I roll a 15. So, in this case, that means that even though I take that beautiful sip of champagne and it's good stuff, I'm not gonna have a second one just yet. I'm okay.
Indeed you are.
I think it starts off on an awkward pause as I look at you, Virgil, seeing your non-alcoholic drinks, and I clearly have this glass of champagne, and I say, you sure you're not gonna have just one? I mean, it's free.
I look over at you. You see the sweat on my forehead. I'm wearing this thick purple coat, the torn jeans that I always wear, and a Crew Shadows t-shirt. I kind of sneer, look over at them, and then back to the drink. Really? You think you're just gonna relax? You're gonna treat this as a fun trip?
Fuck no, Virgil. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. And I scoot over my chair, swig the champagne, and try and put a hand on your shoulder. But, we gotta just play along. We don't want to look too suspicious, Otherwise they're gonna be thinking, what are those two up to? What are they thinking? What's their game?
Man, you start to sound like you start to sound like you're the one infiltrating this place. Like we're the spies or something. We've been invited here. I mean, Okay, sure, yeah, I'll have a drink, and I just raise my hand to get the attention of a waiter.
There you go, Virgil. You gotta calm down a little. I know. It's stressful. We gotta just... You're right. As I told you, this is such a classic blackmail scenario. They want us to do things for them, but that doesn't necessarily mean we have to play by their game. Keep an eye out. Maybe we can try and get a bit of leverage on them. Maybe.
Yeah, whoever they are. That's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to, figure this out. Is this like, do they all know that we're here, for something? Are we supposed to be some kind of, sacrifice? Do you think that's why we're here? They want us to... And who the fuck who's been sending this shit? You're looking around at these people. I'd be thinking, could it be that, William or Devon survived somehow and one of them has it? And one of them... Do you remember if anyone's filming when we were doing it?
No. I don't think so, actually. I tried to think back. Do I think any of the others could have been filming it on their phones?
I suppose it's possible, but you did see both Devon and William killed. So... that would be strange.
No, totally not. No, they're gone, Virgil. It's not cool that they're gone. It's bad. It's bad, and I take another sip of the champagne because I feel responsible. I really feel responsible. They were good people. I liked them. They were friends. And I try and shake that out of my head as I say, but no, maybe the host has got something on all these people. They can't all just be here for a fun time. There must be something going on. It can't just be you and me. I'm willing to bet they've got a few people. But no, I don't think they're just gonna off us. That doesn't make any sense. No, they want you, Virgil. I think they want you, and me because by proxy. But I think they want you because you're the one who, knows shit.
Well, what do they want me for? I start stirring the rum and coke that I ordered. Do some kind of... You were saying something about doing something for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I gotta hope that there's a little bit of quid pro quo here. Maybe if we do what they want, they give us that stuff, and then at least we can do some good, and then in the meantime, try and find a way that it doesn't last forever, because these sort of people, sometimes, they want to hold you in their hand, hold this over us forever, because even if we sort the issue, obviously, if the police start looking, they're not gonna believe a ghost did it, are they?
Yeah. It's like that anime, man. It's like that, what's it called, Seven Angels and a Butcher, or something like that. Like how they get pulled down into hell. Like all the angels gotta go down there because of some previous sin that they'd done before, and then you gotta perform some kind of service so that everything doesn't come out and they get banished to hell forever. It's kind of like how this is, Like all these... This is hell. And I wipe away some sweat from my forehead.
Maybe, but it's gonna be okay, buddy. But we're gonna sort this. This is for 6, for even longer than 3 years, buddy. I wish it was over, but it hasn't been, has it? But maybe now we can get some closure. If we can get that thing, you can maybe send that thing back to hell, and then it would stop doing what it's doing, and that would be something, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's the exact thing that we're gonna need, are those handcuffs. If we get them back, we can do it. Might need to go back to the place, though, to make it happen.
Yeah, I know. Probably. But, well, let's deal with that when that comes up. For now, let's enjoy a drink, have some food, and enjoy the beautiful company of fine people. I scoff as I look around.
Yeah, I guess. Huh. Fine people.
And Edmund, as you think of Devon and William, you can roll for guilt. And we can see how your memories of the loss of them and your responsibility for their deaths, how that treats you today.
I roll a 12. I'm definitely thinking of them as you get one hold.
After an hour's ride, the catamaran nears a green island that's jutting out from the water. Colorful birds are flying above lush trees and rocky cliffs. It's like a paradise island. There's a white and purple parasail 90 meters up in the air that emerges from the far side, trailing after a motorboat. The glint of sunlight draws your eyes to a blocky glass building perched atop the high walls, one half extending out above the ocean and held aloft by thick metal braces. The roar of the ferry's engines tapers down as it heads to a small dock below the structure. There are expensive-looking boats and jet skis all around here. Some yachts, and clearly this is a place that is visited not just by the rich people on this particular ship, but also people who come here by themselves. The signs welcome you to Kurdon Resort, and staff in white uniforms welcome you, offering you yet more drinks and refreshments as your bags are being unloaded off of the ship. The amount of Louis Vuitton bags and other overpriced luggage that's passing you by is staggering, really. A sign close to the entrance points to a skeet shooting range that they have here. There's apparently all kinds of things that you can, spend your time doing at this resort. And you're basically being herded forward together with the other new arrivals by the staff, and it's all, you're not under any pressure. This is all very nice, and you're always being made to feel welcome and treated like you're people who have money, because everyone who is on the ship presumably has that. I mean, you flew here on a first-class flight. It's no expenses have been spared, let's put it that way. There's a glass elevator that carries you and the rest of the guests up the 30 meters to the overlook and the arrivals counter. And the plate windows on the far side provide a stunning view of this island. It's like a bowl of lush cliffs that encircles a vibrant blue lagoon. And there's bright kayaks and paddle boats that are lazily circling along the surface of this lagoon as finned snorkelers pass beneath. The clear water makes it quite difficult to gauge its depth, but it really is. It's like paradise. And you can also see the hotel building from here. At the shore of this lagoon, the glass and concrete tower of the Kurdon Hotel stands like a castle lording over its tropical kingdom. After having been processed quite quickly, there's an electric shuttle that then carries you along a winding paved road down into the crater and to the 10-story hotel. And outside the hotel, as you arrive, a man with short, dark hair, graying at the temples, wearing a suit, is holding a clipboard. He's looking at each guest one by one and making notes. You can see that he's armed, and he's probably even wearing a bulletproof vest underneath the shirt. Clearly they're taking security seriously here. It's not completely uncommon for piracy and things like that. You've read about stuff like that happening in this general area. They're probably just trying to be careful. As you get into the hotel, there's cool air conditioning and a scent of fresh flowers that greets you. A smiling staff welcome you and guide you toward the reception desk. Yes, you are now standing inside this hotel, and you're being pointed towards the reception desk. As you come in, what do you do?
I'm very curious about the nature of this hotel. What sort of hotel is this? Is it a massive hotel? Does it seem quite remote compared to other hotels? I assume there's lots of hotels on an island like this. What's so special about this one?
Well, on this particular island, there's only one hotel, actually. This is a private island, essentially. And there is only this Kurdon resort that's located here. And it's, of course, built around this lagoon, which is, it's kind of probably some kind of volcano at some point. There's a crater that's been made in the middle of this mountain, and that's what's forming this interesting structure where there's kind of like a mountain wall, and then you have a lagoon in the middle, and it's really like a paradise, and very exclusive. The only people who come here are the ones who are invited to this particular resort, and it seems to only be really, really rich people, and then the staff who work here. Those are the only people who you have seen so far, and aside from that, there's just jungle and nature and, yeah, beautiful beaches.
Interesting. Were we given any instructions beyond get to the hotel? Like, is that all we really know for the moment?
Yes. Get to the resort and you will find out more.
I look at Virgil and I just say, well, real swanky place, and I guess there are other people here. Maybe this person's just gonna meet us in one of their hotel rooms, and it's... could it be the owner of the hotel? I wonder who that even is.
I'm looking over my shoulder as we've left the guard behind us that was signing us in, barely paying attention to what you're saying. Yeah, sure. Do you know why he was armed like that?
Well, I guess some people get quite angsty around here. I mean, just because they're all rich doesn't mean that some of them don't try and cause problems for the others. Tight security. Oh, so who knows? Island resort. Maybe there's pirates in the jungle.
Shit. Well, you don't know, man. You should read up on these things, man. It's the IS, man. Islamic State had a foothold here. There's been a lot of terrorism, like in the south of the Philippines. Abu Sayyaf, the terrorist group. It's like this is why, like, one of the reasons that I wasn't going here. Remember that one time when I was trying to make a idea for a vacation, and we ended up going to Bali instead.
Yeah, I do. It wasn't such a bad trip in the end. I enjoyed it.
No, it was fun, and everyone was there, and that was good. But yeah, that's I think that's why he's armed. You were saying what? You were saying that.
I wonder who owns the hotel. Someone must own it, right? This can't just be a corporation resort. There must be some real rich, classy guy. Maybe you could just ask.
Yeah. It's not like we're traveling with normal. Good idea, actually. Yeah, we should ask.
I will then go along with the situation, assuming we're directed to the reception, and introduce myself. Hi, Edmund Wainwright. This is my friend, associate Virgil Dawn. We are here to check in, I guess. Yes.
And staff smile welcoming to you. Welcome, Mr. Dorn, Mr. Wainwright. And close to them is a man who looks... Well, he's dressed a bit differently from the others. He seems to be some form of manager. There's a short and broad man with a bald head and waxed mustache. Stands next to the reception staff, welcoming you. The name tag says William Brunner, hotel manager. And he carries himself with the professionalism that one would expect from a man of his position. He comes up and shakes your hands. William Brunner, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Do we have the pleasure of speaking to the who owns this place? Like, is there like are you the hotel manager? Is it your hotel, or do you work for someone else?
Well, and you can smell the spicy, expensive-smelling cologne that's masking a light smell of cigarettes without being overpowering from him. Well, I understand that you are the esteemed guests of our owner, Miss Celia Witter, and his lips curl into a friendly yet somehow sinister smile at that. I'm sure she will call you for a meeting when she has time. She's a very busy woman.
Oh, we're getting a personal meeting with the big person. Well, that's awesome. We're gonna look forward to that. Thank you, Mr. Burner.
Brunner, yes.
Brunner.
And we, of course, have all the amenities you would want. Gym and spa, restaurants, bars. Also, don't miss the lagoon where you can enjoy kayaking, paddle boats, cliff diving, snorkeling, scuba diving. There's even a pod of dolphins that visit us every day. And, well, tomorrow, we also have the famous DJ and Matrix Crush who's performing for us. Should be a grand time.
I close my eyes slowly, trying to think of anything I know about anyone called Celia Witter. Do I know that?
It's not a name that you have heard. You could try to do some kind of a Google search or something like that. It is a little bit tricky to do it right in front of Mr. Brunner right here, but you might be able to do something later on in your room.
Yeah, I just open my eyes. I look over at Edmund, and I was just giving you a kind of nod saying, yeah, you're probably right. I think you are dead on the money. Okay, well, if we can just leave our stuff, then we'll start enjoying our stay, I guess.
Yeah, I reckon that's all we need. Thank you.
And you're given cards to your rooms, and you're shown towards the elevator. And the hotel is, of course, extremely fancy. This is clearly 5 stars, and there's an abundance of staff everywhere, keeping the place in tip-top shape. And as you get into the elevator, you scan your key card, and the 6th floor lights up, as does the ground floor. But it looks like you don't have access to any of the other floors, which makes sense, security-wise.
How many floors are above us?
Well, there's a total of 10 floors.
Okay. And as the lift starts going up, I say, almost tempted to actually enjoy myself, but I don't think we should get too comfortable.
I'm starting to think the opposite, really. Actually, yeah. This lady, I think, yeah, probably someone just big money has somehow been, maybe she wants us to do a seance, contact some old relative of hers that is dead, personal misfortune, something like that. She's heard about me through no idea, but clearly made some research, somehow got a hold of these manacles.
That's what's bugging me, Virgil. How did they know? I think we hit our tracks pretty well. Maybe they have some connection at the school, or maybe they have a connection to, kind of pale a little. Maybe they could be linked to one of the others.
I start Googling her name.
You get out of the elevator on the 6th floor and you're Googling, and the internet search that you make for the Kurdon Resort and Celia Witter, well, it yields little more than the carefully crafted image of wealth and the amenities of the hotel, really. It's, she's wealthy, she gives to charity, she's connected with this resort, but aside from that, there's very little. Surprisingly little, actually.
Someone that likes to keep their privacy, I guess.
Do any of you have the ability to look on the dark web? Or do you think you would look there at times?
I think, I would look into my particular circles when it comes to people who are interested in the occult forums and things like that. If there's some way I could find in those particular forums, if she is linked to anything, like has shown interest in this or that, and if anyone would have heard something, that's probably as far as I could go.
And what about you, Edmund?
No, I don't think so. I try and stay out of that sort of stuff. I had enough of fun with Virgil, never mind looking into it in my own time.
Indeed. Well, you are looking around then, Virgil, around the kind of forums that you normally hang out on. On the forums that you usually hang on, there's quite a lot of people who are, well, let's be quite frank, there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there who are into the occult. There's some kind of connection between the supernatural and belief that there's some kind of cabal that's controlling the entire world, some form of Illuminati that's pulling the strings of all the people. controlling the wealthy, and is probably very wealthy themselves. There is some stories connected to the resort. There's something about murder and extortion, corruption at the highest levels. There's politicians, terrorists, celebrities, and of course, a lot of stories about wealthy pedophiles. There is quite a lot connected to this particular location, but you also get a lot of broken links, like a lot of them. As though things are being actively removed, traces are being cleaned up.
Whatever people are up to out here, they're got a high-end team cleaning everything up afterwards, as far as I can tell. I say to Edmund.
Wow, I lean over and look at what you're looking at. Huh. I don't know, man. You gotta be careful. A lot of rumors are just that, rumors. People get very excited, especially about the rich and famous. I mean, you know how it is. Back at the prep school, everybody was all, ooh, what's going on with him? What's going on with them? I mean, I give a sort of awkward smile. I mean, we kind of have our own secret, don't we?
Yeah, but... Okay. So here's what I think. She's gonna want some weird kind of favor, either related to... But probably related to what happened. Yeah, it's like, maybe she wants someone killed. You know, maybe she wants me to direct this kind of, you know, the remains of Andre Peltier. Maybe she's related to him. Maybe she wants something, you know, something related to that shit to happen. Want us to have a good time. Like, we do whatever we want. You can get probably, like, for this kind of place, you can get anything. You just ask for it. So if you want to do something fun while you're here, then do that. And that's how we're getting paid. And then she's gonna ask, like, hey, do this weird shit for me. I'm gonna give you the manacles, and then we can go and get back. The only thing that I'm worried about is, yeah, well, like, there's kind of more of them now. You know, the spirits, the entities that come for me, that they try to talk to me. In a place like this, if weird shit's been going down, there's just more of a risk that there's... Yeah, you know...
Hey, I know, but remember,
Okay.
You've got it. It's not like they, like, jump in your body or something, is it? You said you can kind of resist them, so you just have to tell them politely to fuck off.
Yeah. It's just that they try sometimes, and they try real hard. We'll try real hard. That's all. Just, but yeah. So, okay. You say keep things in a tight leash. I say let's have fun. Let's maybe we can find something in between. Because unless you use some of your previous, you know, life skills, you look around a bit, you know, if you could find any trace of where we could
be a good idea, but okay, alright, maybe let's just chill and wait for our mysterious benefactor to summon us. Yeah, let's check out our rooms. Maybe there's
We're not getting out of here until we do what they want. I mean, I think this is a luxurious prison if you're not doing what's expected.
Well, in that case, we'll have to play ball, man. Maybe we'll be lucky and she'll just be asking you to solve a supernatural murder. It's like on TV, maybe.
Maybe. But all I'm saying is, like, let's keep tabs on transports in case we gotta make a run for it. But if, you know, she has the manacles, we'll need them. Yeah.
I hear you, and I nod, thinking to myself, he's got a point. I'll really start trying to observe things in this hotel. Like, already we know the security is extremely tight. I wonder if that goes both ways. Probably does. But right now, we're here, we're expected, and maybe I will try to relax a little as we check into our rooms, and maybe I'll check the room service bar if there is one.
Well, you get into your rooms, and the rooms are luxurious. They've got a view of the lagoon, and even have proper kitchens with marble kitchen island, and with a marble kitchen island as well as a living room area with a nice, very expensive looking sofa. In both your rooms, there's a minibar that's stocked full with everything you might want to drink. Complimentary, of course. Nothing like, the nickel and diming type stuff that they do in normal hotels. No. This is for you. There's a light breeze that's coming in through the window that's carrying the smell of salt water, and you hear the sound of insects and animals in the jungle below, and the soothing sound of the waves. And you also see your bed. And we can start with you, Edmund. On your bed is a red envelope, and your name is written in shiny black script on it. What do you do?
First of all, I help myself to a very small rum and coke. Just a little one. I'm in control. It's just rum and coke. It's fine. I'm not gonna... I shouldn't get too drunk. Sometimes it's... I'll admit, I've had it far too much over the last couple of years. It's just sometimes I still see what happened sometimes, and it's just not good. I don't want to think about that. Alcohol helps. But hey, I've got a great view. So I go to check out the view first, before I go to the bed. From here, what can I see? So it's like jungle, this resort, and then I guess where the boat came in? Is that literally it?
Yes, there's the port and the overlook where you arrived. There's the hotel itself, and then there's the lagoon and the beach. And there's a lot of people out in the lagoon who are enjoying themselves with, parasailing and kayaking and that kind of stuff. It looks very inviting. Aside from that, there's really nothing here. It's just this, but this is quite a lot in many ways.
How big is the island, itself? From here, can I see, where the island ends, or is the jungle really, there's tons of it?
Yeah, no, it's you can see the end of it. This is only a few kilometers. It's not particularly big, and especially from this location where you are, you can really see out of pretty much all of it. And it's a very clear day too.
I let out a slow whistle, sip my rum and coke, and this isn't expected. I mean, okay, I know I'm also invited, but I kind of felt it was Virgil, that he was the main guy they wanted, and I wasn't going to leave him alone to deal with this, but okay, I've got my own personal little letter. Fine, I will open it up. Let's have a look.
Yes. There is a note inside. It's looks expensive, but there's not so much written on it. It just says that you're supposed to be meeting with Miss Celia Witter tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the 10th floor. That's it. It has your name on it, though, so it's clearly addressed to you.
Tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay, I guess we've got some time. What's the time now?
It's in the afternoon already.
Okay, and I go and I guess look around this lovely room. Is there some sort of wardrobe where there is a suit?
Yes, of course. There's clothes for you to use, nice bathrobes, silk, of course. Yeah, there's everything that you might want during your stay here if you didn't bring it by yourself. It is extremely luxurious.
Guess I'll sit back, turn on the TV, and enjoy my drink, and I guess wait for Virgil to come by and knock on the door, and well, shit, I'm a little at a loss. I don't know what to do. Maybe we can have a little snoop around the hotel. I don't know. Let's see.
Yes, you turn on the TV, and it's news about the new president and about all the fun policies that he's introducing. It's pretty much just that kind of stuff on all the different channels. The rest of the world is on fire as usual, but there's nothing new about that. We go to Virgil. You two see this. You two have this extremely luxurious room, and you two have a bed upon which a envelope is placed, a red envelope that has your name written on it in shiny black script.
Yeah. Well, I'm throwing off my coat. And as I do that and just feel how sticky I am, I throw off the rest as well. I'm gonna go have a shower. And then dress myself in that silk robe and I guess swimming trunks. Might go out swimming in that lagoon. And as I stand there on the, if it's a balcony or whatever it is, just at the window. Yeah, on the balcony, then I'll just stand there and I look down. The envelope catches the periphery of my eyesight and of my vision, and I just go over there. Alright, let's have a look. This should be good, I guess. And I hesitate for a bit before I open it.
As you open it, you two see the same thing. The note informs you that you have a meeting with Miss Celia Witter tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the 10th floor.
Alright. Well, I guess that's when it's all gonna be revealed. What it is that we gotta do to get our things. I put it down, stare at it for a bit, trying to put one and one together. I guess we just... Oh man, it still doesn't make sense. And I open up the video again that was sent to me of us doing the ritual. Where's it filmed from? Is it like a security camera? Is it like someone seemingly standing somewhere in the place?
It looks like some cell phone video that's taken. You can't really tell if everyone is in the frame. It's not super clear, but it does show your faces quite clearly, and it's curious because as you look at the footage, it really does look like you're the one who's doing the killing. You and Edmund. Pretty clear, actually.
I stop at that and just look. Kinda go back and forth between some frames. Shit. Well, we both know that this wasn't the way it went down. But it's gonna be able to be used as evidence for that. No one's gonna believe in a ghost.
Yeah, I mean, you're of course very well aware of AI doctored, videos and deep fakes and all that stuff. These are things that are possible to fake, and of course, it could be faked. The thing is just that there's actual dead bodies, and, well, the police seemingly didn't have any traces, but if they get this video showing the two of you there, whether this is fake or not, and you were there, and any kind of investigation might actually end up placing you there, it still is something that would be very, very bad if it came to the police. So the fact that you're trying to do something about this, well, it's probably for the best.
Yeah. This'll, if nothing else, this is gonna pin me to the place, and that's bad enough. Yeah, well, getting caught by the police would be a great concern, but Peltier not being stopped, me being harassed for whatever miserable life I got left, now that I've learned so much, this is something I could do something with. I could change the direction of the world. Or something else. I don't know. Maybe help people in some kind of way. I've come too far for it to just end. Or just get shut in some cell. No. I put my phone down. Try to clear out anything that's open that's got that video tied to it. And then I kind of get that robe a bit around me a bit more, and I head over to Edmund's suite.
And as you do that, you find Edmund sitting in front of the TV, watching the latest news about what's going on in the States.
You got the invite?
I certainly do. 5 p.m. tomorrow. Shit, we've got a whole evening. I'm not entirely sure what to do. Maybe we should actually, I don't know, go grab some food and have a drink and... I kind of twitch a little in my hand. It's difficult. I'm not entirely sure I can actually relax, but I'm trying to hide it.
Let's do that. Let's get some grub, then maybe go jet skiing in the lagoon or something.
I think I'll leave that to you, buddy. I'll just hang out. You can do that if you want. Maybe I'll do as you said. Maybe just try and scope out some of the people here. Maybe some of them know more about our host than they let it on.
I hesitate for a moment. Then I close the door behind me. And I say, look, man, I'm sorry I got you into this shit, this mess, It's like, I had an idea. I know I said this before, and I had an idea of how things were gonna go down, and I appreciate, you keeping me in your life, even though we don't see each other that much, but thanks for not hating me, I guess, If there's anything that I could do to make this right in some kind of way, I'll do it. Just anything.
I know you will, man. Come on, I've always known. Come on, we were friends. You might not have done it if it weren't for me. Remember, you laughed a bit when the others, said, "Are you crazy? Summoning ghosts on Halloween? Do you want to get killed?" And it was all a joke. But I was the one who was like, "Come on, it'll be fun." And I'm responsible too, Virgil.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm happy you think that. But no, but I'm gonna help you. We're gonna get through this, and we're gonna do the right thing, and then all the other nonsense we'll sort out later. But yeah, we're gonna be fine. And I'm fine. I am fine. And I finished that rum and coke quite quickly.
Okay. So, we're not going water skiing. We'll have some food then, and I'll do things your way, like what you want me to do. And maybe it is a good idea to just get an idea of the lay of the land.
Yeah.
As they call it.
Let's try that out. We can do that.
And I start then just heading out, feeling the need to look a bit casual, I guess, and trying to have some good times with my friend if possible through all this. But get food, walk around, and get an idea of how the place is laid out in case something goes down and we gotta make some kind of grand escape.
Indeed, and it would be a waste to not try to enjoy the fact that you are here in paradise. You've never stayed at a place that is this luxurious, and you have everything that you might want available to you. This is truly the benefit of being one of the ultra-rich. You are not one of the ultra-rich, but you are for as long as you stay here. As you get out into the hallway, and you are on the way towards the elevator, you see a man who hurriedly passes by you, and he gets into one of the open elevators that are waiting. You see that he's carrying a briefcase that's connected with a handcuff to his hand, and he looks very, very stressed. You see sweat running down his face. He might even he might even be looking a bit afraid. You notice him seeing you, and then the elevator doors close, and you see that it's going up. You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Role-Playing, where we play the scenario All Inclusive, which was written by Seth Skorkowski and is part of the Dark Realms and Other Horrors Kickstarter for KULT Divinity Lost that is live right now. All three of us have also been part of writing content for these books, and you can find a link to the Kickstarter in the show notes below. During this Kickstarter, you can also buy the core rules for KULT for 50% off, which is a fantastic deal if you haven't yet explored the Dark Realms of KULT. Our playthrough of All Inclusive has been kindly sponsored by Helmgast. The music was created by Adrian Carceri and is used with permission from their label Cryochamber. Please check out cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for more of their lovely dark ambient. We'd like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Simon Cooper, David, Julia, Camilla, Bob Lange, Cameron, Graham Barey, Doug Thomson, Lily, Maciej, and Black Templar for their generous support. And would of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want to support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can get access to bonus campaigns for KULT Divinity Lost, Call of Cthulhu, and Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay there, and you can also get early and raw access to all of our recordings, and hear your name read on the show as a champion of the Red Moon, as well as even play some KULT with us. Most importantly, that support is what keeps the show going, so do check us out there. Thank you again for listening, and remember that death truly is only the beginning.